Because I feel Execration, if they're able to pull off the early game very well here with the Kaja and also the Benedetta, get a lot of pressure with the Farsa as well, I think they just might snowball this game. And again, like you said, Lancelot, if he goes in, not like last time, he can't be the one opening the fights. And LJ with this Paquito doesn't do a lot of damage and isn't super tanky. So we will just see how the game goes here in game number 1 of our lower bracket finals. Ladies and gentlemen, put your predictions in the comments because this will be a spicy game, but unfortunately we will have a pause right as we start. Now, since we have a little bit more time, Arashi, give us some analysis. Why is it a unanimous decision here for Execration based on the drafts?
I mean, as you mentioned, it was kind of forced to actually funnel down into the side of Execration, and they do have a very strong front line that's able to actually stop, you know, the aggression in that crew. And once they're actually stopped like that, they do have the Farsa, they have the Lunox, they have a bunch of follow-up available to just punish the members of Evos if they commit too hard into the fight. So if they don't get like a jump or like a surprise onto the side of Execration, it gets very difficult for them to actually get any advantage by default in the fight.
Oh, there is a ping issue here for the side of Evos Legends. As you can see, it is Anti-Mage reconnecting to the game, loading into the game, whereas everyone else is already in the game paused. So we will see from Anti-Mage, once he gets into the game, it will be unpaused. And right now, it looks like he has. It's just a little bit of more discussions here, waiting for the ping to go down, perhaps in the Evos Legends gaming house. Perhaps because they don't have smart 5G, guys.
I think that's the case.
I think that is the case.
That's a big difference.
Execration, they have smart 5G. And for Evos Legends, no.
Absolutely not. So, as I was saying, so they do have a lot of advantage in the early game though, when with the picks, with LJ on the Paquito, even though we did mention that he hasn't been performing really well on that so far, it is a very strong hero in the early game, so they can make plays with that, but it doesn't seem like the rest of the people in Execration actually are going to be struggling too hard to deal with that kind of aggression.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like it is actually Clover's phone here being worked on, Arashi. Oh, I think there might be some connection issues actually, not from Anti-Mage, but also from Clover. Not just from Anti-Mage, but actually also from Clover here, as they're trying to get the ping low. It seems like he will restart the game right there, but again, like you mentioned earlier, it is still, I think Execration has the better composition, because certainly they just countered every single hero from the side of Evos Legends. The Kaja counters the Lancelot, and also the dive from Paquito, right? Paquito, again, with us, this used to be a very good pick in the tank position because he has a lot of base damage now after the nerfs. He has like very low, but not very low base damage, still very good for a laner who builds extra damage, who can scale and build damage as well. But now, a person who is building full tank on this Paquito doesn't do as much damage as before, and I think that'll hurt him a lot, and that has been the case in the past 2 games that we have seen this Paquito played on the tank position by Evos Legends.
I mean, it's better for like pick situations, right? Getting just a knock-up and, you know, some damage and backing off.
So he does have good utility.
He does have utility, but the issue is...
I don't think he does have good utility. He has 1 knockout strike. That's the only knockup he has. The other things are all from damage. That's why Paquito hasn't been a successful pick for the tank position ever since that nerf came in. There's literally no utility. The only utility he has is that 1 knockup, and that you need to land that. If you miss that, it's over.
But it is somewhat spammable though, but my concern is that he can, you know, make that kind of play maybe to 1 person, and whereas if they go in 1 by 1 like that, as we said, they have a Kaja, they do have a stun from the Farsa as well. There's a lot of tools available to just stifle this aggression, and so I figured that they would do better with the tank. They can maybe engage full on, you know, something huge. I mean, kind of ironic, but maybe like a Grok, right? They can just dash in and do, you know, wreak havoc through the whole lineup of.
Gonna get straight into game number 1 again, guys. Here we go. Evos Legends and Execration is in the finals of the lower brackets. Kill VJ will be able to clear that wave, and Fersik trying to do the same here with the help of Rexy.
Yes, guys, and this is going to be a really important match because whoever loses goes to the 3rd place and whoever wins goes up into the grand finals. So this is all or nothing situation here, and I want to see the greatest gameplay here from both Evos and Execration. But here you see Kelra is just trying to clear her waves, and Harith kind of stuck under tower.
Yeah, again, just playing under the turret, playing safely, and that is Anti-Mage actually winning against Renzio in the top side, getting a lot of pressure as Glue has to move around the whole place there, the whole map to get back to his lane. And look at that, he actually goes in the top side. That is him taking very low, but again, it is E2 Max joining in. Anti-Mage caught in a bad situation right now as Renzio goes in for a re-engage. Anti-Mage forced the flicker away. E2 Max is right there. It will be Anti-Mage taken down. First blood by Execration. This was one of the winning conditions we mentioned earlier. Shut Anti-Mage down from the get-go.
Yes, you're super right here, and he had to go down there with a gank by Farsa. So yeah, that's the thing about Farsa. I mean, her mobility is super great, so she has the ability to roam around the map really quickly, faster than anyone else in the team. But look at how Rexy's
execution
going.
to E2 Max, he gets taken low, but LJ is there, and now it will be the kill picked up by Rexy. An amazing flicker will secure that kill, as now they rotate towards Kelra. Kelra, you gotta be careful, he does have the flicker though, and now, oh no, Rexy gets slain as well. It will be a 1-for-1 trade as the Turtle Cam will come up by Razor, because Turtle has Pawn and Kill VJ will have the better position here to contest this Turtle.
Yes.
Start this Turtle up.
You're super right, as we see Kill VJ already on that turtle, but
yeah, Firstick already going very, very aggressive onto Chakra right now, using a Phantom Execution and E2 Max forcing LJ to use that flicker, but it will be the Turtle thrown away by Firstick. Wow, what a play. The stun comes in, Anti-Mage looks for more, but no, they will just back away after that Turtle. What a retribution by the Wonder Kid.
see, that's the thing. This is what I wanted to see from Evos Legends. You know, they knew when to go in, took that turtle away, and yeah, they executed and they managed to get a turtle here, an objective here.
You're right, and Firstick, what a fast play right there. He went in instantly and he just went back, going with a Thorn Rose, securing that turtle. An amazing play by Evos Legends.
Yes, perfect timing there, Miracle. But Arashi, any thoughts on this game so far?
I think it's going quite even.
Oh, Kill VJ goes on to Rexy, but it will be traded back now. That Firstick looking for a kill onto E2 Max will be able to get that. A trade of 1-for-1 as Anti-Mage joins the team fight onto Chaknu, but Divine Judgment will pull LJ back to the turret to get another favorable trade for the side of Execration.
Yes, that was a 1 versus 2 situation there on that. But look how Clover, and he goes down. Kelra being super, super aggressive there in the bottom lane as he's trying to shut that Harith down because he knows how crazy Clover can be on that Harith.
Solo kill here by Kelra as we take a look at the items, Arashi.
Well, everyone's still building up into their first.
Oh no, that might be a mistake here. Bayo's Spider being used, but it is onto 2 members as Kill VJ joins in the fight. Renzio tries to bring Anti-Mage back, but he flickers onto the turret. Renzio gets taken low. Rexy is rotating to the top side. Renzio will be able to cancel Anti-Mage's recall there, but Rexy will also rotate to zone the Execration players away from that turret.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier that it's looking kind of even, but Execution has a little pick advantage because the Farsa has more mobility.
Wait, is there wait a minute, is there a connection issue from Chaknu there? Because he stayed still and Clover now jumps onto Kelra knowing that his teammates are here to protect him. It will be Clover bursting down though. He has to be careful. Kelra picks up a kill, jukes Firstick, and still stays alive here. Wow! The Brilliance of the Order buys a lot of time. Will it buy enough? No, it won't. It will be the kill picked up by Firstick, but wow, buying so much time and even getting a kill in a 3v1 situation as LJ now jumps onto Kill VJ and Kill VJ will be able to run away. Chaknu not able to cast that Divine Judgment.
That was really well played by Kelra there. I mean, crazy and sick micro plays, but as you can see here, the Lord has already spawned and it is already at half health as Execration will try to... but Feather Airstrike goes up.
And now LJ jumps in, Anti-Mage also to the backside. There's a lot of AoE damage, but Firstick is not able to do anything right now. Phantom Execution to 2 members, going on to Renzio. The damage is there. It will be Anti-Mage taking the kill, but again, it is a favorable trade on the side of Execration, getting the turtle and also getting 2 members for 1.
Yes, you're completely right. 2 members for 1, guys. And Clover here getting chased down by Kelra.
That's very smart for Execution to actually focus there. Like they sent 2 people immediately to just stop Rexy from using doing any damage in that fight and just bursting him down.
Yeah, again,
Clover.
Kill VJ baits so many abilities. The Mon Force was used for nothing as Kill VJ just gets away, and now he's looking for the mid side.
Yes, you're right here. And as you can see, top turret is getting really pressured. I mean, Glue is losing to that Lapu Lapu, guys. Any thoughts on this matchup in particular?
Blue and Lapu Lapu will have to wait because the Divine Judgment has been used and Defender Airstrike will just secure a kill onto Rexy. He has died 4 times in the 5th minute here. LJ looking for a gank, but again, Kelra just way too slick.
Chaknu is just so scary on that Kaja, guys. I mean, it's so difficult. Evos, they want to play aggressive towards their playstyle, but they're just getting punished at this stage.
I think the issue is that they have less of a reliable engage from their side because it is LJ, again, as Mirko mentioned on the Paquito, quite unreliable card control compared to the Kaja, who generally, at every time the cooldowns, the ulti is off cooldown, can just get a pick with the Divine Judgment.
I really dislike this Paquito pick. I mean, the anti-mage on this Lapu Lapu is a better engage and a better has better utility as well with his stun. He can get way more, and it is much bigger there. As Versik actually jumps on the Chaknu. Look at that.
Oh, it's so low.
That was so close. Chaknu was looking for the Divine Judgment right there. Scary stuff here by Execration, but now another kill goes on. It is Clover getting dominated here in the bottom lane, guys. This is not something we are used to seeing. Clover, back in Indonesia, has always won the 1v1s, and here, he hasn't been able to get a single 1v1, 2 solo kills, and 1 gank,
I mean,
3 deaths.
Clearly, the side of Execution understands how Clover is so potent in the late game and wants to shut him down, but on the other hand, Anti-Mage on the Lapu Lapu actually has a lot of space to
no, Fairstick has to be careful. The Divine Judgment will pull him to the team, and it is Execration pulling all the stops right now. Anti-Mage joins in, goes on the Kelra, but the Brilliance of the Order will still be there. Anti-Mage gets bursted, he flickers inside, a big play by Anti-Mage! Whoa, what was that? He is caught in the middle of everything though. Renzio's still trying to pull him back, but what a play. Trading 1 for 1, even though it was looking bad for Evos. Anti-Mage making the plays happen in this game.
I was just mentioning how he has a lot more space to maneuver because they're putting a lot of attention onto Clover in that bottom side.
Yes,
and right there with the tower taken, he has the advantage. He has more the levels that he needs and just makes a huge play in that team fight.
Yeah, you saw he was so low, and he still decided to flicker in front with the stun, getting more and getting the healing done. As now Kill VJ rotates towards Anti-Mage, trying to get a kill, but again, oh my god, Divine Judgment, and LJ has to back away because this is a disaster. LJ forced to flicker with that Feather Airstrike, and now Anti-Mage caught in the 1v2. We've seen this before. Now he's going in. The stun connects onto Kill VJ, but the damage is not there as Kill VJ still has a lot of abilities. Phantom Flash again and again. Anti-Mage trying to win the fight, but it will be a killing spree and a shut down for Anti-Mage right there.
Yes, I mean, at this stage, 8 minutes in, Execration is looking already like they're leading each and every lane here, guys. I mean, look at the turrets that they've pushed at this stage, but Arashi, I want to know more about the items.
Rexy actually very smartly understands he's getting focused on. There's plenty of physical damage.
Kelra.
Clover once again gets solo killed. LJ gets pulled back. Real world manipulation, but LJ jumps him all the way there, and Thorn Rose will be used onto Kelra right now. Rexy will be taken out by Kill VJ. It is a killing spree picked up by LJ. No, by Kelra right there. Fairsick will be able to get that win as he gets a double kill for himself, but another 3-for-2 trade here on the map.
I mean, I was going to mention Rexy has a brute force breastplate. Understand it, he's getting focused on by Kill VJ, but in that fight, it just didn't matter. Kill VJ just wore out his HP bar and just takes him out before he can even make any meaningful play.
Yes, you're right here. And now Lord is already up, guys. I mean, 9 minutes in, and it seems like that Blue was trying to pressure that top lane, but Clover was right there on the dot, trying to zone him away. But guys, we have another technical pause here. We're not sure from which side it is coming from.
We are not sure indeed. Perhaps the Evos Legends side right here, as we will get that confirmation. Yes, it will be Evos Legends having this technical issue. And look at the faces of Evos Legends. So far, they're actually still pretty okay right now. They have their hands up. And
LJ doesn't look too good.
LJ doesn't look too good there. He's still rubbing his face and not really a good showing here for Evos Legends so far, getting dominated in every single lane. Anti-Mage the only one trying to do something here from the side of Evos Legends.
There's just something in his eye, no worries.
Maybe. Let's be optimistic here.
Let's be optimistic.
Despite how bad it looks, Fairsick is doing pretty okay, but the question is, can he actually still do enough, especially once against the late game when everyone is grouping up together, and as we mentioned, he is countered very hard by the picks from the side of Execration.
I mean, you guys predicted how much of an impact that Kaja can use, especially with his, what is it called?
His Divine Judgment,
right? And yeah, you can see like they can barely do anything at this stage. Like so many times Fairsick got picked out and he just couldn't make any plays.
Fairsick got picked off one time. Yeah, so unfortunately,
it is still very difficult though. Whenever he does go in, it's just like they're just so ready, and they understand that like he is the only one who is actually a threat. Which is why Anti-Mage actually had a moment of success there, because I think they really weren't ready for him to just come in there and actually survive that engagement.
Yeah.
And he flickers in to double down on his stance and actually gets the healing, gets the quote-unquote outplay, because they're actually putting a lot of attention to just shutting down Fersik as well whenever he goes for these plays.
Yeah, you're right. So at this stage, how is it looking?
Right now, it's not really looking good for Evos
Yeah.
Legends. In the late game, I guess they can compete in the late game with Harith, but again, this Harith has been shut down
Exactly.
like crazy here
By
in the early
Kelra.
game by Kelra. Not just by Kelra, but also Kill VJ rotating to that bottom side constantly. And it's just going to be a battle of the late game here. If it, I don't know if it's going to go there, because right now, Execration, they have the lead, and they have the early game heroes like Benedetta and Kaja as well, so they might just go for the picks again and again, looking for these team fights, and it will just be, it's either Execration taking the game in the early stages here in the mid game, or Evos Legends buying enough time to get to the late game and giving them more of a chance. But again, for Execration, they have two very good late game heroes as well. They have the Farsa and they have that Lunox, so in the late game it's still 50-50, and here it's not 50-50. Right now Execration is winning.
And especially we saw Kelra against Clover. Once the matchup swings in one direction and he is that far ahead, it just gets difficult because he's able to just constantly get these 1v1 solo kills, and that just shuts down the potential for Clover to actually come back and make a huge play for his team.
You're right, you're absolutely right. As now we are still in this little issue for the side of Evos Legends, as we still haven't connected to the game.
But there's a huge difference between the Eve on the side of Evos and the Farsa from the side of Execration, because again, the Farsa is just able to make so many rotations with the bird form, actually going around and making plays, where the Eve is kind of stuck in the mid lane, where plays hasn't been happening where he is able to actually come in and make a difference. And in these fights even, Farsa is just far up in the back and they don't know exactly where she is, and the Feather Airstrike does huge impact, whereas whenever the fight breaks out, Rexy just tries to have some impact in the game, and Killvich is immediately on him, recognizing that the mages are the ones with the big damage in the early game, just shutting him down completely.
I mean, I saw that Paquito, that LJ on Paquito. I mean, he did manage to cancel that Feather Airstrike coming from that Farsa. So there is some impact.
If they're able to dive to the backside, I think they will actually win this game. But again, their Rexy, who is stuck in the backside as well, is just going to get engaged on by Renzio and kill VJ with that Benedetta. We'll have to see how this goes, because right now, even in the drafts, I do not like Evos Legends Rashi.
There's just a lot of denial coming from the side of Execration, and there's a lot of dive coming in from the side of Evo, so it just like works into their game plan. So if they can find maybe, again, a situation where they're not ready, they do have the tools, as we saw Fersik able to actually one-shot and burst out all these squishy members from the side of Execration. But the question is, will this continue towards the late game when people are starting to group with each other and expecting Fersik to actually, as we mentioned earlier, in the previous games, he has been the one engaging the fights with the Lancelot.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Arashi, and that was it for the side of Evos Legends. You're right. And now for the winning conditions, what do you think Evos can do to prolong the game? Because right now, as of this moment, remember, Benedetta and Kaja going to the mid game are going to be very strong, especially with their lead that they have right now. What are the winning conditions for Evos Legends? We know that going to the late game is the option, but how do they get to the late game?
I think there are two options, and one is pretty morbid. But here's what I think, okay? The Execration is making plays based off pickoffs, right? Always pickoffs. There's a chance for them to actually maybe sacrifice one of their members to getting hit with the Divine Judgment and getting picked off like that. But after that is down, and then continues using that momentum to actually try and get something afterwards. So they have that, since they're getting picked off anyways, might as well be prepared for it and pick someone to get picked off. At least it's someone that you decide on, you know? Could be LJ. Most likely it will be LJ. I mean, he's the best option. The second option is a bit more, it's a bit, I guess in a way, less guaranteed. But I think they need to go for a fight with Anti-Mage, because we saw the only person actually putting up a huge fight, we saw him earlier almost getting a 1v2, or at least putting up a fight in a 1v2, is Anti-Mage on that Lapu Lapu. And as we mentioned, he has a lot of engage, a lot of crowd control built into his kit. So if they can get a fight with the Lapu Lapu and try and make use of his toolset and try and get something along those lines, I think they have a better potential compared to playing right now around the bottom side, around Clover, because Clover is that far behind, as well as Rexy in the mid lane also behind. So playing with your winning lanes is a very true and tried concept, and I think this is their second option, aside from the sacrificial play, obviously.
You're right, and
Bit
it looks
more
like Evos Legends still has this connection issue, but they are still smiling, guys. They're still smiling, so they still have a lot of hopes here. LJ no longer rubbing his eye, I guess, right there, as he has most probably is still loading into the game right now, as you can see from the screen right there. Clover has connected, and Rexy now is the one with the problem. So there's so many problems here for the internet. Again, Smart 5G, guys. Get Smart 5G, our official telco tournament partner.
Yeah, you can see.
Oh, he's asleep.
Oh my God, Kill VJ literally sleeping on
He's
the bottoms right
asleep.
here.
Is he actually?
Wait, he's like, hey!
Oh,
Okay,
he heard me.
Hey, he went back. Hey, Kill VJ, get up, man. You still have a match to win.
Actually,
All right, see? Okay, he hears me right here. He's probably listening
did
to
you plan
English.
this? He's reacting to your words perfectly. What's going on?
Obviously, man. Me and the Filipino casters, we're tight. I'm tight with the Filipino players as well. Yesterday, I spoke to Edward, all right?
Oh.
And Edward said, yeah, it was good. He's a very humble guy, honestly. I didn't
Okay.
expect it. I thought he was
okay.
more like Anti-Mage back in the Onyx days, right? When you ask Anti-Mage back in the Onyx days, how do you feel about your opponents? Easy lah.
Oh, okay.
Easy lah.
Classic.
Always win.
Classic response.
I asked Edward, how do you feel? You 3-0'd Evos yesterday. How do you feel? Yeah, it's okay.
Oh,
Good.
Wait, hold on.
Evos
Just okay?
Evos was pretty good. Yeah, he was very humble. Again, Edward, even though he's on top, he's basically the king right now. So humble.
I question whether he's actually humble or he's just like freaked out by how forward you are with the questions.
Maybe that was the
You
case.
just freaked him out a bit. He's like, oh,
But
yeah.
But in the end,
Who the hell is this guy?
Who the hell is this guy? Yes. But in the end, I did say good luck to him. Perhaps that might be a jinx, because so far every team that I
Oh.
said good luck to has lost.
no. Not the miracle jinx.
We have the miracle curse. The miracle curse. We'll see if that happens today.
Who did you say good luck to this
I
match?
said it's a Clover. Oh no, guys. Oh no.
He's immediately getting beat up in his lane.
No, it's
dude.
okay. It's okay. Negative equals a positive.
Okay.
Good luck, Philippines. Now it is
Equal.
an equal match,
Yeah.
all right? An equal match for both teams. I said good luck to Clover, and now good luck, Kelra. All right, so equal now.
Indonesia is a very superstitious country, guys. So this may have more weight than you can actually imagine.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
It is a very superstitious country. And now, since we are still in the loading screen,
I have a question.
you have a question.
I have a question.
Shoot.
Your question is, did I talk to Venus? No, I did not
Oh
yesterday.
no.
I didn't talk to Wise
Don't.
either. I only
You're not
talked to
allowed
Edward.
to. Don't ever.
What do you mean?
No, you're not allowed to. Mariko's not allowed to talk to me.
What does she mean by this, guys?
Guys, what I
How about you think in the comments?
Guys, let me ask my question.
All right, ask your
I
question.
want to ask, why do you think that Versik took Lancelot and not a marksman?
I
Like,
think
there's like Ranger was open, no?
The thing is, he's only been playing Assassins ever since he got to the playoffs, so I think he's just sticking to his roots right now. He is more comfortable actually on the Assassin picks. If you take a look at his profile, right? He loves, his most played hero is the Ling. If I'm not mistaken, he has like 600 games on that hero, and he has a 90% win rate.
Whoa.
Ling. And also the Lancelot is second there, and the marksmen were actually quite below. It was only a 70% win rate for the Yishin Shin, and for the Granger, I think it was only a 60%. And we haven't, based on his solo queue statistics, he doesn't really
So
like playing that Granger.
You've been looking into his Mobile Legends profile.
Yeah, so ever since he joined the MPL back in season 7.
Okay.
I mean, Trexing is definitely a character to be interested in because he just came out of
16
nowhere.
years old.
16
Yeah,
years
that's
old.
true.
First year as a pro player from the MPL, picked up to revive the Evos roster that isn't performing really well in the MPL. He comes to the MPL undefeated, wins in his first year as a pro player, and was named the Wonder Kid of Indonesia here. The next
Wonder.
generation.
Wonder Boy.
The Wonder Kid, Wonder Boy, Wonder Man soon, as he will turn 17. But yes, for you, Arashi, not just Versik here, but Kelra too. Kelra, he is also 16. Oheb as well. There's so many 16-year-old players in the grand finals right now. It looks like with the new talent coming in, the old talent will be passed away. Will be just thrown out the window. We saw here Blacklist with Oheb, right, with a 16-year-old beating Bren Esports, who also had a 16-year-old back in M2. That's how they won, Carl TZ. So many.
Right.
If you have a 16-year-old, you're going to win. That is the point right now, right? Bren Esports, how did they win M2? 16-year-old, we got Carl TZ. RRQ back in season 6, how did they win? We got Albert from the MDL, bro. He's 16 too. And now, Evos Legends, we got a 16-year-old too, buddy. We got Piercing. And
Okay.
even from Execration.
Okay,
So, so what you're saying is, in Mobile Legends, it's all about the age gap.
It's all about the age gap. If you're old, no, because Dexstar from Blacklist is also, I don't want to say old, but he is
Older.
older.
Is he not the oldest?
He is the oldest player in Philippines, but he is not old in the general terms of old, alright? When we say
Yeah.
old, it's like
The-
40,
yeah.
50, 60.
He's esports old.
He's esports old.
Just
He's
older.
esports
Dexter, we
pro
love you.
player.
No hard feelings, alright?
No hard feelings, because Venus is also, I don't want to say old, but older is the word. So there is a mix of older players, like we see here as well from Evos Legends. We have LJ, a man who has been here all the way from season 1. We have Anti-Mage,
yeah.
a guy who has been here from also season 2, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of veterans, and with the help of the new talent, bringing them in with their mechanics, carrying them, whereas the older players, they help with the macro game, with the knowledge.
Yeah, this is the cool thing
balances
about
out.
this game. There's a micro aspect and there's a macro aspect. And you can have all the mechanics you want, but if you don't have a good macro play,
Yeah.
it's a disaster. And so just because you don't have the best mechanics, if you have that experience, that wisdom, and you can make great macro plays, sometimes, as we can see in these games, you can actually win or get an upper hand in these fights without even doing anything in the first place, just by
Right.
better setup.
The new generation, Rashi, like you mentioned, is always going to be better in terms of mechanics than the previous generation.
Right.
Because the first generation, they're the ones who have to figure out the combos. The next one, they already know the combos of these heroes. They will be just perfecting the combos and so
Exactly.
on and so forth. When the new heroes comes through, and the next generation will already know how this hero works, will know how to maximize its full potential, and again, it will just be the new generations. That's why all these teams, they have to make sure we do not play the same players again and again, especially after maybe a loss, a disappointing loss, you know? Building on them is fine, but committing too much on them where you have so many young talent, especially in these countries like Philippines and Indonesia with probably
Okay.
the biggest
Talent pool.
Mobile Legends talent pool in the
Yeah.
world. It is such a shame if they do not go and explore and venture for these new players, the new talent for this new meta.
As with anything, we just have the liberty of having a beaten path from our predecessors, and that just allows for smoother travel, and the new generation is always able to cover farther distances.
Yeah,
And-
unfortunately, guys, it is still something going on here with
Yeah,
the
still
connection,
a lot.
guys. We are very sorry for the problem right here, as it is still, I think, Evos Legends with the connection issue. I have no idea who it is, guys, but
Just shows you the importance
yeah.
of smart 5G, guys.
importance of smart 5G.
Definitely,
You're
Arashi.
right.
The
But
last thing you want is for this kind of situations to happen in your solo queue games, in your games with your friends. So, y'all know what to do.
Switch now.
Yep. I hope you guys are enjoying this, basically this English Caster podcast, because it's been quite a while. I
Yes.
hope our conversation is somewhat still entertaining for you guys.
I mean, it is entertaining, 100%. You know why?
It is?
Because Kill VJ got up. He was asleep. Then he's like, "Oh, it's the English casters.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna
Kill
get
VJ.
back
That's
up."
true,
Yes.
that's
Shout out
true.
Kill VJ. Shout out Kill
And look,
VJ.
he's laughing
for
at you now.
Oh, see, dude, he's my boy. He's my
how
boy.
is he doing this? Wait.
This is Yo Kill VJ. Oh, he's
Guys, tries to listen.
Dude, this is actually literally
What is going on?
Yo Kill VJ, put your hands up. Alright, I'm pushing it too far.
Yeah.
I'm pushing it
There
too
was
far.
an attempt. There was an
There
attempt.
was an attempt. Imagine if he did it though.
That'd be crazy. Comments would have gone wild.
Oh,
Like, what?
Alright, a little bit
hey,
delayed.
lag, lag,
I'll just
lag,
say it's
lag.
delayed,
Yeah,
alright?
I agree.
Kill VJ still here and okay, you see he's still listening to me.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's an
yeah.
international connection. There's
Yeah.
some delay, guys.
It's an international connection. You're right. But we are using Smart 5G here in Indonesia. We don't know how, but we are using it here for the English broadcast. That is why we are so stable here.
Yes, you haven't seen us drop any frames.
Look, they laughed again. Perfect. I love Execration now. Thanks, guys. Thanks for laughing at my
See?
jokes. Usually, you don't get a lot of laughs from my jokes, guys. Thank you. I'm joking. Everyone laughs at my jokes. Who doesn't? Who doesn't laugh at my jokes?
Okay, clown.
Yeah, and they're, as I say, it's Kill VJ he's like, hey, Miracle, shut up, man.
Hashtag miracle clown.
Yeah, he's calling me right now. Let me answer. Hello, Kill VJ? What's up, man?
He just hangs up. He just hangs up on you immediately.
I just answered the call, my guy.
What is going on?
All right, but Kill VJ. All right, you know what? No more talking to you. All right, no more. Why are you looking at me? All right.
No way.
This game.
It's so well timed.
No, that was crazy. That was
just
like
looked at you like,
telepathic
yeah,
powers,
yeah.
telepathic powers right there. But
Say
Ness,
something? Excuse me?
since we're still in a pause, we're kind of making jokes here to entertain you guys because there's nothing else to say. We've said everything about the game so far. We've said everything based on the items, based on how the winning conditions go, how they are supposed to
Graphic.
approach this game. And for you guys back in the comments, even though we are still pausing right now, show your support for your teams. Hashtag Evos Legends Roar or hashtag Execration Execute, is it?
I think that there wasn't like from the pre-show. It doesn't seem like they mentioned a particular hashtag. I might have missed it. But hey, if you guys enjoy the conversation, tell us in the comments whether you want a podcast just to launch.
Yeah, you better wake up. Sleeping on the opponents again. Alright?
And I think the annoying part of this is because like all these players are definitely in a certain mindset whenever they're gonna go in such a huge game, and long pauses like this just takes you out of that mindset.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous because
It's
we've
dangerous.
seen multiple times when games get that close and it's such a high level.
Yeah.
Just a small short pause is able to actually break the focus of players,
Yeah,
and
it
that is
throws off the
something.
momentum.
Exactly. And it's such a shame because it takes away from the victory for whoever team actually comes out on top.
You're right.
And it also takes away the experience from the viewers.
Yes.
So that's
For
why.
sure.
have to deal
But
with this
no,
podcast.
actually, I think they're fine with the
Oh,
podcast.
they like Mirko. They like his podcast.
Thank
Hashtag
you.
English podcast, guys.
Hashtag English podcast. Hashtag MPL podcast, guys, for
Yes.
next season. Brought to you by Mirko, Arashi, and Eterna. But here,
Okay, MSC podcast.
MPL podcast for next season.
For next season.
But yeah, sure. It won't be all of us though for the MPL, right? There'll be but we're still on the English broadcast, so that's actually it works out. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, you were right here.
My bad.
But now it is still a connection issue again for
It must
Evos
be a
Legends. It
connection
seems like
issue.
they're still trying to reconnect to the game. Wow.
I find it funny how they can't reconnect to the game, but like we can see the the broadcast, so we can see them struggling to reconnect.
Yeah, the thing is, the ping is huge, and yes, for now, it is still them waiting around. We don't have the same telekinesis power. Oh, we don't have the telekinesis power there with Evos Legends, so unfortunately I cannot speak to them.
It's because we're connected through 5G, smart 5G, and
Yes.
Evos isn't using it.
But guys, unfortunately, because of the long pause, we will have to push it back. We will be back with the game and the English podcast. But first, let us give you to our friends back in the post-show, pre-show. Take it away, Janice, Momo, and Goni Chang.
Alright, thank you so much Mirko, Eterna, as well as Arashi for trying so hard to fill the gap just now. I mean, you guys really do have the talent, I will say. That was pretty entertaining, but I feel like, guys, we have pressure here. I mean,
Oh, thank you, but it's a 0-0. Hello? Okay, maybe there's just a little
It's
bug
fine,
there.
it's fine, it's
there's
fine.
a bug
It just
there's
started,
a glitch,
it just
but
started.
the gold lead
there
is
you go, there you
still
go.
for Execration. Okay,
There
there
we
you go. It has
go.
loaded in.
Okay.
And Execration still in the lead. 8 kills ahead, and they are, if I'm not mistaken, 2 turtles as well ahead.
Yes,
Execration with 2
you're right.
turrets to Evos Legends is 3 turrets. We'll see what they can do with this 1,000 gold lead, actually.
And Farsik and KillVJ both doing really well. Actually, the same level right now. Again, there's still room for Evos to actually make plays.
Yes,
You're right, Execration opening the map, and Chapter goes for the divine jump, and Feather Strike being used. Clover now passes him on, forces KLJ, and Fairsick jumps to the backside, but again, Renzio is right there. Clover is caught, Purify used, but Clover will still be taken down. It is going to be kill picked up by Renzio, as Fairsick secures the killing spree of his own. Anti-Mage going onto Kelra, getting the kill, and jumping back. Renzio will look for a re-engage, but for now, it is a 2-for-2. LJ still just going back and forth with Renzio.
Yes, you're right. Here they have, not an advantage. Okay, there's still 4v3 situation here on the map as Lord is already up, but it seems like Renzo and Anti-Mage are just trying their best to clear that middle minion.
And this is what I was talking about earlier. They actually sacrifice Clover technically, and they do pick up Kelra and Chakunu, so that's a worthwhile trade for them. If they can keep doing that, technically it's still a possible play for the side of Evos.
Yeah, you're right. Evos Legends, they need to play very conservatively, looking for picks all across the map, because right now, Execration, they still have the lead. Although it is already a 1,000 only gold lead for the side of Execration, a lead is a lead, and we've seen how crazy Execration can go, especially in the team fights in the mid-game.
Yeah, I can see here Evos Legends already rotating for that Lord. But as you can see,
Wait,
ooh,
they're just gonna start this up. It is actually Kill VJ in the top side going against Anti-Mage, and this will be most probably Evos Legends taking this, but look at LJ already taken very low. Clover forced to use his Savant Force to defend. The airstrike comes in, but E2 Max will be the target. He's gonna get, no, it's Fair6 shut down. Clover looks for it,
my
but
God.
the Lord has been slain by Execration. A disaster for Evos Legends here.
That's a catastrophe of events. Oh my god.
and with that pressure, they're taking down that third tier turret there.
Oh no.
And a monster kill.
You're right, and Anti-Mage gets picked up as well. Execration just pushing everything. 5,000 gold lead, looking for the turret in the 11th minute. Remember, this is exactly how Blacklist beat them yesterday in the 12th minute. And Execration with this huge lead now. I think they're just going to end it for the next team fights.
They still have a big minion wave in the bottom side, so they're gonna try and use it to get the tower as well. And there's not much Evos Legends can do, especially since Anti-Mage is still 5 seconds away from respawning.
Yes, I mean, Lord is already halfway there in the top lane, guys. And it seems like Execration here now trying to keep that pressure up the middle of the bottom lane.
Still able
But
to jump in and jump backwards, as now it will be Anti-Mage in the front of everything, in the midst of everything. But the reloadation being used, Anti-Mage still buying a lot of time, but the kill stream is secured by Kelra. Now Renzio brings LG back to the team, but LG will be able to dash away. Now Renzio is the target, he will be taken down. It is a kill picked up by Clover, as it is a 1-for-1 trade for the side of Evos Legends. But the Lord has spawned on the top side, Aeterna.
yeah, it looks quite good. I mean, Evos put a really good defense. Feather airstrike.
Oh
and
my god, Fairsick gets deleted right there. Execration looking for something. Zaman Force has been popped. The Brilliance of the Order is still there. Kill VJ looking for the final blow to the backside. Clover still dashing away, doing a lot of damage, but now he's actually outplayed. Kill VJ, he gets a kill, he gets a shutdown, but he's traded back. A 4-for-2 trade, as Rexy is the only man standing. There is Anti-Mage, who is just respawned, but again, Execration getting all the better picks here, as the turrets are pushing on every single wave. Chaknu looking for the Divine Judgment onto Anti-Mage, and now for the airstrike, he used Bravest Fighter as well to Kelra. Brilliance of the Order is still there, jumps on the Chaknu as Rexy follows it up. Sun connects, but it's not enough damage. Kelra picks up Unstoppable, a double kill for Kelra. Fairsick is now up. Will he be able to defend this base? It looks like he will for the time being.
yes, you're right here. First, like doing all he can, and he goes in for that Chaknu, but Chaknu still manages to escape with such a sliver of health, and they are being able to clear that middle lane. So, guys, another day, that defense by Evos Legends here, as Execration is forced to retreat, and maybe they have to do something around another Lord, guys. But here, the item builds are already up, and I want to know what you think, Arashi.
Well, Kara has a full item, like full items at this point, and we saw the amount of damage is huge. And as always, Chaknu with the fleeting time, just having insane pick potential. And from the side of Evos, it's just very measly items built here. Like at most they have 3 items each, and no one really has a huge advantage.
Oh no, Anti-Mage getting chunked there, as LJ now trying to run away. Split being used onto Anti-Mage, trying to look for a pick onto Anti-Mage. Kill VJ joins to the team fight. Anti-Mage will be able to dash away from that one. LJ will be killed by Kelra once again. Anti-Mage brought to his team, but it's going to be a kill picked up. Clover now dashes in. It will be the real revelation. Kill VJ gets taken down. Clover still winning this team fight right now. It is 2-for-1 right now, as Renzio jumps onto Clover, going to be able to dash all the way. Clover gets picked up. Renzio with this glue pick is insane. And now it will be Evos Legends on the defense. Chaknu looks for the Divine Judgment, but Fairsick still able to run away, still able to clear the minions, but he will be taken down finally by E2 Max. Immortality by Fairsick tries to jump around. Rexy will be the final target that falls down, and the game number 1 will be taken by Execration by storm.
Guys, what a crazy match. I mean, game 1, that was hella intense and quite long, considering with how many pauses that we got there.
Once the pause just